We welcome you to this presentation of Texas high school football, the state semifinals. What's on the line here tonight is a shot at the title in Waco, Texas, one of the spots in the title game, and we will have the decision of that one coming to you in just a few hours' time. Alongside me is Carla Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith. As we get you set and ready for this one, looks like they may be going just a little bit early here in this ball game. They did not want to wait an extra 6 minutes. They are humming and they are ready to go here in this one tonight.
Yeah, Jordan, good to be with you here, my friend. It's going to be an exciting one here in TAPS Division 4, trying to see who's going to punch their ticket to Waco ISD Stadium and a shot at a state title here in Division 4. Rosehill and Brazos Christian, two teams that saw each other in the waning stages of the district slate. It was Brazos that got the better that night, but an opportunity here for Rosehill for some redemption with a trip to the state title on the line. And go figure, we start with the ball falling off the tee. A little breezy down there here tonight at Waller ISD Stadium.
Just about ready for kickoff. It'll be Brazos Christian with possession to get things underway. Toe to leather. Bit of a onside kick, if you will, to get things started for Rosehill Christian. And that'll be where we spot things to start off at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Jesse Marias, a little pooch kick to the right side, and that is where Brazos is going to set up shop. So good field position out of the gate here for Brazos Christian. Eagles making the trip down here to Waller from Bryan. Of course, Rosehill from Tomball.
Three receivers to the near sideline. Shotgun snap, quick handoff up the gut. And a charge forward. They'll call forward progression at a 6-yard gain up to the, well, it was a 6-yard gain. They back it up one, so a 5-yard officially. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Reed Jackson on that carry there for Brazos Christian. Straight up the gut, not much to it. Good, healthy run. 2nd and 5, make it an easy one.
To the left side, catch on a quick screen to midfield, pass the first down and more into Rosehill Christian territory. And will be pushed out of bounds at the opposite 45.
Carson Ramsey on that grab for the Eagles, spinning out of a couple of would-be tacklers. So the chains will move here for the Eagles, rocking the all-blues this evening.
Now it looks like a timeout called on the field. It'll be a 1st and 10 timeout by Rosehill Christian. I think they're just wanting to get some things kind of figured out here. And really, more than anything, try to slow them down, because that was something that Rosehill Christian struggled with against Brazos Christian, as has everybody this season. If you really take a look at the breakdown of the schedule, Brazos has really been able to, with their offense, create more opportunities. Their defense has really had an easy season when you look at point differentials and how they've been able to get ahead of opposing teams.
Well, I mean, it really helps them out whenever you think of Hudson Jacobus and what he's done this year. 2,273 yards, 29 touchdowns through the air. Very impressive for the junior.
So back to play here out of the timeout. It'll be a handoff. Going to the left side, wide open seam, breaks the last defender and is in for the 45-yard score. And that is how Brazos Christian gets on the board first.
Yeah, Carson Ramsey just had a seam up the left side, got a late block at the 20, and that was all he needed to spring him for 6. Brazos on the board first.
So they line up trying to see if they can fake him out. They're going to line up for 2, as they try to do most times. So left side, quick pitch, easily in for the try. So a quick 8-0 lead to start for Brazos Christian with 11:17 left to go in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here if Rosehill can make a response right here. Matthew Payton and company going to get ready to come out onto the field. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Daikin Stadium. Brazos bringing a good delegation up from the Bryan area. Of course, Rosehill bringing their fans over from Tomball. I mean, when a trip to the state championships on the line, you want to bring everybody out that you can.
So Rosehill Christian will get their first opportunities at it with possession here coming up. A line drive up the gut. And we return starting at about the 2-yard line. Gets past the 20 and not much after that on the return for Rosehill Christian as they will get things started here.
Yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what Matthew Payton can do right here with this offense. 66% completion rate this year, 9 touchdowns, but a lot of their offense has been generated on the ground this year. 25 rushing touchdowns to just the 11 through the air.
Up the gut on first down. A run of a couple on the play for the Eagles. Looked like Ben Moore, one of the team captains. It'll be only gain of 1. So 2nd down and 9 coming up here. They're trying to keep him off pace here, off track. They go quick, no huddle. And that little wishbone that they run will only gain another yard. The defense right there, that front 7, to make the stop and make it 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 officially.
Yeah, trying to go to that wishbone move there with Caleb Davila. Not much forward momentum. Brazos read that one pretty perfectly. And an opportunity here for Brazos to try and get off the field.
They'll try it once again. Quick pitch to the outside. And he will be stopped in the backfield. Moore with the run. Almost back to the 20, a loss. They'll call it officially 3 on the play to the 21. It'll be 4th and 11, and the punting unit will head out onto the field.
It was a good effort there by Moore trying to take it around this near side, but good pursuit. Hunter Black, the two-way wide receiver and defensive lineman, being able to drop him for that loss of 3, and opportunity for Rosehill's defense to try and get a stop on this next drive.
This punt end over end will stay inbounds and take a very favorable Rosehill Christian roll right around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, really nice punt there for Rosehill Christian in Jesse Marias. Got that friendly roll down the field, and it's going to pin Brazos Christian a little further back, right at the 25-yard line. So a long field to go and a chance for this defense to make a response. Brazos, of course, relying heavily on this spread offense.
The receivers to the far sideline here on first down. The outside, pushing forward, finds a seam. 1st and more across midfield. He's got the legs. He's got the speed. He's got the touchdown. Reed Jackson, 75 yards up the gut. And Brazos Christian already up 2 scores.
Yeah, it looked like Rosehill just was thinking pass with those 3 receivers spread out to that left side, but didn't account for the option run, and Reed Jackson goes 75 yards for a house call.
Ready on for the point after. Snap, hold, kick. And that one doinks off the goalpost and somehow still
Wow.
makes it through. And it'll make it 15-0 with 9:18 left to go in the first quarter of play through not even 3 minutes. That's already two 40-plus yard plays on scoring plays for Brazos Christian.
Well, I mean, when you put your defense out there rather quickly with your offense not making any forward momentum, that's usually not a recipe for success. So Rosehill will have to try and respond here with a little bit of a lengthier drive to try and keep their defense off the field. I mean, despite of that, it is still a lot of football to be played here tonight in Waller. So we'll see if Rosehill has an opportunity to respond. You need a huge play right here, I feel like, with how Brazos is just running the ball well right now, which was a counterpoint to what I said earlier. They really rely heavily on that passing game, but it's been the run game that did them well on that one-play 75-yard drive.
They really need a return here to change the momentum in this ball game, as this one will bounce right in front of Rosehill Christian. Has to slide on it. We're not able to get a clean handle on the ball, and so that's what causes a little bit of issue here.
Luckily for Rosehill, Ben Moore was able to land on it before an Eagle was able to get down there and land on that football. It just looked like he lost it in the lights. Now another long field here for the Rosehill Eagles.
Tries a swing to the outside, and we'll get across the 15. Close to the 20, but they will lose yardage. Say across 15. They're trying to get to the 20, but they lose two lose one as they get to the 18. So second down and 11 coming up here.
Looks like we got a injured Brazos player here on the near side of the field. They're taking a look at right now.
So with that, we will go ahead and step away for just a second. 15-0 the score, just under 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Back after this on Houston Sports Live. Run up the gut, out of the timeout. They get a gain of 1 on the play, does Ben Moore. Not much else after that, though. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Went right to the line of scrimmage and where they're at now, setting up this 3rd down and 10. Yeah, Brazos has just done a great job just reading this wishbone offense here for Rosehill, but now they'll spread some guys out and go 5 wide, 2 left, 3 right. And so an opportunity here for Peyton to try and find the first down.
Looking around, trying to find an option. The bull rush right there, though, and gets him deep for a sack on the play. A big 3rd down stop for Brazos Christian. Rosehill Christian cannot seem to find an answer through the first couple of drives.
Now you're going to run your defense back out there and trying to find a way to make a play on that side. But as we've seen so far in this ballgame, Jordan Brazos has just been able to have their way offensively. 1 touchdown through the air and 1 on the ground. Oh, boy.
Low snap. He'll get hit as he punts the ball.
And lost his helmet.
No flag on the play, though. It is technically a live ball, but it'll be Brazos Christian with possession. Very favorable.
Wow.
And that's what head coach Adrian Adams is saying is, hey, our guy was hit as he was punting the football.
Well, the other part of that is it was a bobbled snap. So that's what caused Marias to try and bend down to grab the football. I'm amazed he got the football off. Only able to get it up to the 22, so a net gain of about 14 yards, but in a very short field for Brazos Christian.
Now a late flag here coming in from behind. On that run of the outside, successful play for Brazos Christian as they get gain of a few, but we'll see what the refs say. Holding on the offense. We'll bring it back 15 yards, and that's the kind of play you need if you're Rosehill Christian, is to get some lucky bounces your way and make it incredibly hard for Brazos Christian to get across the 1st and 10 marker.
Well, they're going to need the 12, and it's going to be 1st and 20 here for Brazos Christian after that hold. That's going to prove costly, but Rosehill's going to have to find a way.
Trying to look deep over the middle, going for the end zone, and this one's intercepted. Rosehill Christian taking it the other way, back over the middle of the field, and that's a momentum play you needed right there. Hudson Burke with the INT, and it gets a little spark from the Eagles from Tomball.
Yeah, he was looking down the field, was Jacobus. Cade Bird was his intended target, but the ball well underthrown and well read, like you said there, by Hudson Burke, and hopefully that's the spark that Rosehill Christian needed.
So 1st and 10, here comes Rosehill up the gut. They get a gain of a few, lifted by a defensive lineman. Officially gain of 2. They'll call to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I believe that was Jack Williams on the stop there for Brazos Christian on that run for more up the gut. But yeah, positive yardage. That's what you need right now if you are Rosehill.
To the right side, gets a little separation and a good gain for Rosehill Christian. Past the 20 and up to the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 1 coming up on the most successful play the offense has had so far.
It's a good option carry there for Matthew Payton. Rode his receiver up the line and then pulled it himself when he saw the hole open up, and now a manageable 3rd down.
Tried a very delayed handoff, but the defense bull rushing through the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 2. As Rosehill will lose a yard on the play. And I believe they will send out the punting unit. Actually, nope. They're going to take them back out.
Matthew Payton shrugged everybody off. A late move there for Coach Phillips to just leave his offense on the field. It was no gain, so it's 4th and 1. You just need the 1 yard.
So they'll try it again here from the wishbone. 4th and 1. Up the gut to the left.
It.
Finds the seam near the sideline towards the 50 and gets tackled from behind. But a huge play for Rosehill Christian to get some very, very big yards. Caleb Davila with a huge gain into Brazos Christian territory for the first time tonight.
Wow, what a run for Davila, as there's a Rosehill player that's slow to get up for the Rosehill Christian Eagles. But yeah, what a run for Davila. Only had one man to beat. Landon Sands was the one that made the touchdown saving tackle for Brazos Christian, but that's the big spark that Rosehill needed after giving up 2 scores on the first 2 drives for Brazos.
The injured Rosehill player Daniel Hartman, the sophomore left tackle. And while he is tended to by the training staff, we will step away for a quick bit. Momentum in the favor of Rosehill as they look to get on the board for the first time tonight. Back after this on Houston Sports Live. 15-0 the score here in this one. 5:34 left to go in the opening quarter. Rosehill Christian looking to get on the board, though, for the first time here today. Alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith. As we return to action out of the timeout, a quarterback keeper by Matthew Payton, but swallowed up as he tried to change direction, but a defender everywhere loses two on the play.
Yeah, it was a good read by Payton. He saw the line coming here to the near side and saw a hole open up on the right side, but it was quickly filled up by Jackson Burnt and Jack Williams, so wasn't able to get any forward momentum, but I love the poise there from the quarterback, Payton.
Up the gut on second down, across the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 3 to make it 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Ben Moore had a lot of help there from his offensive line to get back past the original line of scrimmage. The center, Alexander Johnston, giving him that last little boost. Got to find a way here. You need the 35 for the chains to move.
Looking for somebody, finds a screen as he was almost tackled, was Payton. An official gain of 1 on the pass to the outside for Rosehill Christian. Ben Moore went out wide on a little wheel route, but it's not enough for a first down. 4th and 8 near midfield. And here comes the punting unit, actually this time, for Rosehill Christian.
Yeah, I don't think Rosehill Christian's going to roll the dice twice. It worked down deep on your own end, but usually it doesn't work out for you 2 times in a row unless you're lucky, which in some cases you'd rather be lucky than good, but you like that momentum out of that offense right there on that drive.
End over end kick, trying to coffin corner it as this will spike right around the 9-yard line. And Rosehill Christian will down it at the 11. So Brazos will be set up deep in their own territory as we kind of take a look back at the last time out for each side. Rosehill Christian, obviously a close matchup with Mercy Culture. They're able to pull it out late in that ball game to get the victory. And then on the other side, Brazos Christian only holding their opponent to 1 score, which they've done a lot this season.
Yeah, they've done that quite a lot. No one has been able to put 1 in the loss column for them. They're on track right now for a spot in Waco, but Rosehill feeling some momentum after the interception on the last drive.
Up the gut, speaking of which, here's a big play for Brazos Christian. Up the gut to the 50, just into Rosehill territory. And a big gain that says, no matter where we are on the field, we're going to find a way to get where we want to get.
Yeah, Reed Jackson, a 42-yard spring there into Rosehill's territory at the 48-yard line. Rosehill's got to find a way to stop that run up the middle. It's such a potent part of this Brazos Christian offense, but we have yet to see much through the air here from Jacobus.
Quick screen to the outside. Caught behind the line of scrimmage and charging forward past the first down and more into the red zone and into the end zone. A 48-yard pitch and catch play on the touchdown from Hudson Jacobus to the wideout, and it is now a 3-score contest early on.
Yeah, Carson, or rather, that was Micah Saxey. That was on the catch and run. I thought there may have been a potential block in the back up the far side, but no flag was thrown, and it's still all Brazos here in the first 12 minutes.
So now the point after try upcoming here. Snap, hold, kick. And screaming through the uprights and into the dancing night. 22-0 the score. The early commanding lead, unfortunately, is something that Rosehill Christian, for their side, saw in the regular season finale at home. It was the district title game. And Brazos Christian took it with ease, holding Rosehill scoreless on their senior night in a 49-0 victory in that ball game to give Brazos the outright District 2 title in Division 4 District 2. Again, this is a team of Brazos Christian who has now won 3 straight district titles dating back from 23, then last year, now this year, and are the runner-ups from last season's state title game, so they have revenge on their mind in regards to getting back to the title game and bringing back the glory that they missed out on last year.
Well, if I'm Rosehill Christian right here, there's a lot of ball games still in front of you, so you like what your offense did on that last drive, got to find a way to find some of that here, but got to grab that clean. That's a nice grab.
Right before the 10-yard line, changing sides of the field, past the 30 to the 35, and down at the 36-yard line. A big return there for Rosehill as they start with some favorable field position of their own.
Yeah, great bounce there for Moore to be able to just scoop and run with it and take that momentum with him. And thought for a moment he was going to be able to change field and take it for a house call, but got bottled up in the middle. But regardless, great field position here for Rosehill Christian. Now got to find some of that offensive juice.
So first down and 10 on their own 36-yard line. Fake handoff option. Very last second. Whew. And it'll be a gain of a few. That was a pretty close call there. But it gets them 3 on the play officially.
Yeah, Davila running to the right along with his quarterback, Peyton. Ooh, it was a little dicey up that far side, but good job by Peyton, able to get that one out.
And now a delayed handoff. Nope, it's going to be a pitch on another option. This time to the opposite side, the near side of the field. Brody Grant on the carry there. We'll get a good gain to the 44, 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Very manageable 3rd down right here. Got to find a way to sustain this drive if you are the team wearing white.
Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter of play. Handoff up the gut. Jackson, or excuse me, not Jackson, but Moore up the middle with it. And just enough on the 2-yard gain for a new set of downs.
Yeah, good run there by number 2, Ben Moore, being able to get some forward momentum and lunge his body forward. Keep the drive going.
1st and 10 on their own 48. Handoff, nope, quarterback keeper. Peyton trying to charge forward, trucks over a defender, gets into Brazos territory, and down to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up.
With $1:20 left in this first quarter, you like this drive starting to build here for Rosehill, and you love a quarterback not being afraid to lower the shoulder there to try and get some more momentum there, Matthew Peyton.
Single receiver to the outside in this wishbone on 2nd down and 5. Quick man in motion. Pitch on the option there and gets no gain on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 5 on the no gain from Davila.
I mean, if I'm Davila there, I'm maybe trying to bounce it a little more to the outside. You had a block to seal off the sideline and maybe get a couple extra yards. Tough play there, but a big 3rd down.
Try it again. Fake handoff going with a pass rush behind him, looking down the field. He catches it to the 10, to the 5, to the scoreboard. A 47-yard touchdown play. Weston Hurst, team captain, the senior tight end, with his touchdown on the season, his 3rd on the year.
Wow, what a grab by Hurst. Had a defender draped over him, shook him off at the last second, and I'm not certain if he hauled that in with just that left hand and was able to take it for a house call.
That was the only way he was going to be able to catch that one, is if it was with his left hand, with the way the defender was draped all over him. Now they'll go for 2 here, lining up in their traditional wishbone. No handoff. Looking on a wheel route. Can't make the catch at the 1-yard line. But a score on the board, better than what you had last time against Brazos Christian. And it brings it back just a little bit now. Still, technically,
it's a 2-possession game.
It's a 2-possession game if you account for a couple of 2-point conversions here. So it's still manageable. You're giving yourselves a good opportunity. You got a good positive drive. You know what you need to do to get down the field. Now you just have to find a way to consistently keep that going throughout the night.
Well, on the other side of that for this Rosehill defense, what they're going to have to do here, 27 ticks left in the first, and what you're going to have to do is you got to find a way to end this ground game and limit the rushing game here for Reed Jackson and company here for Brazos Christian, because that has been the Achilles heel so far in this first quarter alone.
Two returners back deep for Brazos. As Rosehill Christian gets on the board for the first time, 22-6 is the score. 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. Onside kick.
Oh!
Hits off Brazos.
Oh.
And it is recovered by the men in blue. Just barely, though. Good idea. Little last-second swing around. And almost created some magic towards the end of the first.
Yeah, that one just found the chest of Jack Williams. Tough break there for Rosehill. I love the call. I mean, that's what you love about, private school, high school football. I mean, I played it. Granted, it was six-man, but you can throw out the bag of tricks at any time.
Quick straight to the outside here on first down. Breaks a couple of tackles and charges his way forward to the 48-yard line.
Picked up 8 there. Carson Ramsey on that catch. Waited for his blocker and Clark Palomo to try and spring him for some more yardage. But a nice open field tackle made by Rosehill makes it a manageable second here. But we'll have to wait.
Second quarter of play coming up after this. We end the first 22-6 the score. Brazos ahead of Rosehill in the state semifinal. A spot in Waco on the line tonight. We come back to Waller, Texas after this here on Houston Sports Live. Back here on Houston Sports Live for quarter number 2. Alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith as we come back out of the timeout. Second down and 2 here. They'll get the first and a couple more for progression. Gets into Rosehill territory at the 48-yard line.
That's a good gutsy run, Carson Ramsey. If you are Brazos Christian, arm tackling there for Rosehill, that's not going to get it done at any level. So got to find a way to wrap up and get some more chest instead of arms on these receivers for Brazos Christian.
So a 1st and 10 play in Rosehill territory as they now flip sides of the field. Handoff up the gut. Spin move as he goes down. Will be enough on an 11-yard gain. New set of downs, 1st and 10 for Brazos Christian, courtesy of the churning legs of the junior back and Reed Jackson.
I mean, you got to find a way to adjust on defense because Jackson's just been able to carry it for 20, 25 yards at nauseum. Got to find a way to adjust this defense if you are Rosehill Christian.
Another 1st and 10 on the Rosehill 37-yard line. Again, up the gut, changes direction to the right side. Jackson with some space, breaking some tackles. There's a flag back in the backfield, could potentially be holding. Currently inside the red zone, though. We'll see what the flag is all about.
Yeah, this one's going on Brazos Christian. I think if I heard him correctly, that's on Darius Brumskill, the junior O lineman. for Brazos Christian. Another holding penalty, second one of the night here for the Brazos Eagles, and negates what would have been a 21-yard carry there for Reed Jackson instead. Now you're backed up around midfield.
So now first down and a country mile 20 officially for Brazos. A very weird fake handoff, but a floater up the side and into the end zone. Easy as pie, it seemed like. On that throw, Clark Polomo with the touchdown of 47 yards. And just like that, Brazos Christian getting momentum right back.
Yeah, Landon Henderson just got beat up that right side. It's always a tough break there when you're trying to run in stride with the opposing receiver, but one move off the line for Palomo, and he was off to the races.
Snap, hold, kick goes easily through, and it makes it 29-6 with 10:45 left to go in the first half of play.
Well, an opportunity here for Rosehill to respond. Back down by 3 scores. Actually, yeah, it is 3 scores. But you got to find a way here offensively to have a drive like you did on their last drive. But now I feel like at this stage, with 10:45 left in the second, got to find a way to move with a tad bit more urgency and let your defense get some rest on the sideline.
More back deep to receive. That's what Brody Grant, or excuse me, I believe, essentially Liam Freeman. The 2 back deep for Rosehill Christian as they get ready to get this one back and try to make something out of it, but it will laser through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith here at Daikin Stadium, not Daikin Park, not downtown Houston, but out here in the start of the hill country of Waller, Texas for the state semifinal. Again, what's on the line here tonight is a spot in the Division IV title game next weekend out at Waco ISD Stadium for TAPS Division IV athletics. Brazos Christian trying to get back there, and Rosehill Christian trying to get there under the new regime of head coach Adrian Adams on the sideline. Quick play to the right side, still churning somehow on this first down run. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 coming out.
That's what they tell those running backs. Keep churning the legs if you still feel upright. So Ben Moore, good run on the extra effort, netted your team 3 yards. An opportunity here for Rosehill to keep pushing forward.
Quick pitch, nice grab on the fingertips there to keep the play alive as he'll get slammed down to the ground, but not before a gain of a little bit for Rosehill Christian.
Yeah, Ty LaBeouf on that pitch play there from the quarterback. Peyton makes this a very manageable 3rd down. I'd like if you went back there again, but you got to make it happen a bit more quick.
3rd and 3 on the play here in the wishbone. Davila in motion. He'll get the pitch to the left side. He'll squeeze through. 1st down and more across the 40-45 and tackled down at the 47-yard line. A big gain on the play for Caleb Davila.
Good run. Davila had some space up that left side. It was Reed Jackson, the two-way athlete, making that stop there before Davila got more damage, but a great run energized this Rosehill side of the field.
Now 1st and 10 again for Rosehill. Hands off just in time to get past the line of scrimmage. And we'll gain 1 officially on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a tough offense to defend, and I tip my cap to Brazos for the way they've been able to stop this run up the middle out of the wishbone. It's been that outside play that has been working for Rosehill. Of course, obviously trying to mix and match with the best of them, but opportunity here to go back to the outside on 2nd and 9.
Quick pitch. Gets to midfield. And that'll be it on the game. We'll see if they give him a favorable spot or not.
They'll just give him midfield, Jay Smith.
So a gain of a couple officially. We'll make it 3rd down and what looks to be about 7.
7 on the money there. Good stop on that play there for Camden Komar, the junior DB. On the run there for LaBouffe. See what they got cooked up here.
Trying the outside, but not much doing. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
If I'm Coach Adams here, I got to think about going for it here. You're at midfield. You need the Brazos Christian 43 to extend the drive. You got 8 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and you're down 23. You got to start thinking vertical. It looks like they'll just send the special teamers out, and offense will head to the bench.
Special teams unit coming out. 2 returners back deep for Brazos Christian. And a high snap. Oh, it's a fake.
Wow!
To the left side, a flag on the play. Did not get enough to convert. Let's see what the flag is about, though, as it was on the near side. And I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially was on Rosehill.
I don't know if
illegal formation, offense, had 5 in the backfield. That penalty is declined. First down.
So there you go. They declined the penalty because of the turnover on downs. And that will get them a new set of downs as they change possession here.
I like the call going to Landon Henderson there on the fake. And when I saw it happen and I saw the punter just swing backwards like he would in a fake, I was like, oh, big opportunity here, just snuffed out by Brazos Christian. Now it's up to your defense to try and limit the Brazos Eagles on their next drive.
7:32 left to go in the first half of play. Quick snap, right side, and a throw down into Rosehill territory to the 45.
It's another great run there for Reed
Number
Jackson.
33, Reed Jackson.
Got to find a way to stop him for gains of 3 or 4,
Throw down
not
by
8 or
number
10.
9, Leo Beretti. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 for Brazos.
And that's something that, looking at the numbers this season for Brazos Christian, they do very, very well. Over 1,700 yards as a unit rushing for Brazos. Coming into today's ball game. Screen to the outside, little slip screen, if you will. Using the blockers into the red zone, 10-5, past the last defender, and hurdles his way to the end zone for 6.
Touchdown, Brazos Christian. Number 0, Michael Sapp.
45-yard screenplay. Just gets the right amount of blocks. You see it basically a de facto HB slip screen, if you will, but had a little diamond formation on the outside. And we're just able to find the seams.
Yeah, Saxey with a great run down the field, found the holes that he needed to, and it's just continuing to balloon this lead here for Brazos Christian.
Snap, hold, kick, line drive through the uprights. And it is now a 30-point ball
Samuel
game.
C. Bolt's extra point is
Christian
up and
taking
good.
care of business
And with
early on as we
43 seconds left to go in the first half.
step away here for
Our
just a
score
couple
is
seconds. Back
Brazos
after this
Christian
on
Eagles
Houston Sports Line.
36. The
30-point difference here in the state semifinals. Brazos ahead of Rosehill in this one as the kickoff. Sent away easily through the end zone. And a touchback to get things started for Rosehill Christian. Alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann.
That kickoff sails to the end zone for a
Smith.
touchback.
6:43 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up
Line.
at the halfway point, we will look at what occurred here in the first half. We'll give you the performances from the traveling parties here in this one. And then we will look towards the second half of play and give you our thoughts on the final 24 minutes of action. All that coming up at halftime here from Daikin Stadium. First down for Rosehill. Quick screen outside on a drop back. Makes a couple men miss as he's thrown out at the 35-yard line. On the catch and run, Liam Freeman, the junior wideout.
And that's a Rosehill Christian first down.
Into the regular season finale with only 4 receptions on the season the last time these two teams played. And gets a good play there to get the first down. So the 35-yard line delays the handoff, an option that kind of failed because the defender was right there in the backfield. And the momentum will stop at the line of scrimmage. Now they say a loss of 1.
Number 18, Matthew Payton on the quarterback
Fans
keeper.
wanting a potential.
Brought down by number 8, Hunter
I mean,
Black.
Peyton was kind of swinging the ball out in the open. I was worried he was going to pop out, but a good job to bring it back to his body. But not much forward momentum. And back on that catch by Freeman. Kind of did a little slick move to get around a defender. See where they go here on 2nd and long.
Their own 34-yard line. Delay, throws to the near side. Did he make the catch off the turf? Yes, he did. The first down as he just gets to the first down marker. Weston Hurst, the senior captain, tight end, to the 45 for a new set of downs.
That's 2 huge catches tonight for Weston Hurst. The touchdown catch on the lone scoring drive for Rosehill, and then that one basically picking it up off the turf.
Receiver to the far side, and in motion Davila. He'll get the pitch to the near side, across midfield into Brazos territory, and he's thrown to the turf. Right around that first down marker again, they'll give it to him. 8-10 and a new set of downs. That is a play that has worked very well this season. The quick motion from Davila to get the pitch and have that speed already bursting from the outside.
Yeah, Ty Urban was the only one that sealed off the edge there on Davila, but a great run, building some momentum here for Rosehill.
Now motion the other way. Can't do much with it though. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's LaBouffe
Number
on the
6,
carry.
Kyle LaBeouf on the carry.
Not much there on that one.
Brought down by
I'd be
number
intrigued if
53,
they try to go
Darius
back to
Buxton.
Davila here, but maybe try to go to the far side of the field,
10 for Rosehill.
where I think there'll be a little bit more room to operate.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Rosehill. They fake the handoff. Peyton going to his right, has to throw it, gets it down the field, popped in the air, and it's caught by the tight end. Are you kidding me? Somehow that landed in the correct hands. Weston Hurst, 3rd time's the charm, and a new set of downs for Rosehill.
That's 3 incredible catches for Hurst. That one, I think, was the hardest one for him. Wow, what a play.
So now getting deeper into Brazos territory. Quick pitch on a fake. It kind of froze the defense a little bit. They'll officially call it a loss on the play.
Number 2, Benjamin Moore on the carry.
Be back to the 34, 2nd and 11 coming up here.
Yeah, Benjamin Moore on the pitch play to the left side. Not much there, but as we've seen on this drive, the first play doesn't go much momentum, but then the next play goes for first down.
There's Davila in motion. There's Davila with the pitch, right side. Gets across the 35, and it'll be stopped at the 33. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 coming.
Yeah, it's tough there on that near side. LaBouffe was the only one that could try to seal off the edge there for Davila. But 3 Brazos Christian Eagles crashing down on Apple. A big third down here if you are Rosehill Christian.
An extra man was on the field, so a free play for Rosehill. It'll be a sack, but it won't matter because that'll get wiped off. 12 men on the field coming up for Brazos.
Yeah, Grant Boehm was hustling off the field, but they snapped the ball, did Rosehill, while he was still in the field of play.
He had just leaped over the sideline to try to get out, but could not.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
But the good thing here for Rosehill, this is going to make it a more manageable third down up to the 28 instead of 3rd and 11. Just got to find a way to take momentum into halftime. Make your adjustments where you need to and try to pull off a huge comeback in half number 2.
3rd down and 5. Quarterback keeper, Peyton, up the gut to the 25. He'll be just short by a couple yards.
Go for it.
4th and 2 coming up. You have to in this situation as you get ready to hit the 2-minute warning.
4th down for Rosehill.
So we'll step aside, take a quick break. 2-minute warning. You expect a 4th and 2. Well, we come back after this. 36-6 the score. Rosehill trying to get on the board again before halftime. Back after this on Houston Sports Live.
Oh, it's going to be 4th and 7 now.
False start on the field.
False start. Number 19 is offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
That's tough there for Weston Hurst, who's made some pretty acrobatic plays this evening. Called for that false start. Now a really tough 4th and 7 for Rosehill.
Try it again. 4th down and 7 on their own 30. They need the 23. Fakes a handoff, screen to the outside. Catch is made behind the shoulder. Jinx a move on a juke to the 25. Does he get enough?
Oh, far side guy said he did.
He just does at the 23-yard
Wow.
line. 7-yard gain on 4th
Pass
down.
complete to number 6.
Continues the drive to get just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 for Rosehill.
Oh, I was worried the far side and the near side judge were going to say just short, but right at the line of gain, Ty LaBouffe. Way to stretch at the last second.
Try it once more. 1st and 10. The outside. Back to the line of scrimmage. How much after that?
Number 6,
Another great tackle, Jack Williams. He's been all over the field tonight for Brazos Christian. Coming over from that linebacker spot.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Rosehill.
Rosehill's got to move with some urgency here. Only 60 seconds left in the frame.
Fake handoff on a rollout to the right by Peyton. Last second, throws it, flag on the play. Could potentially be holding that brings it back.
Peyton tried to sneak it there through a tight window. At that point, just take it and run with it and pray you're able to get some positive yardage. I think this one is going to come back.
Holding. Offense. Penalties declined. Brings up third down.
I'm intrigued by that call there to just decline the penalty. Could have made it 2nd and 20 and a little bit harder here on Rosehill, but now just leave it at 3rd and 10. Rosehill needs the 13 for the Sticks to move. But Jordan, they've done it 4 times on this drive.
3rd down and 10. Receiver to the near side, man in motion, makes it 2. Fakes the pass to the right, has to throw it away. And they're going to call it incomplete.
Yes.
I think there was a hesitation at first to see whether or not it was going to be
Rosehill
a
pass
fumble,
ball
but it looked
complete.
like his arm was going forward.
Yeah, it was for Peyton, and I think lucky for him, he did have a receiver in the area coming back to the football, so it's not going to be intentional grounding. Either way, tough break there. Peyton just couldn't get it out.
4th down and 10 here.
That is a massive break for Rosehill that wasn't intentional grounding or a fumble.
Need the 13.
Timeout.
Timeout is taken by Rosehill. They have 1 remaining. 43 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Alongside Carlos Zimmermann, my name is Jordan Smith. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at the first half. We'll get you ready for the second. And we will take a look as well at the halftime entertainment for both of these sides. Both teams making the drive out here to Waller. Not terribly far from either side, about a half-hour drive at most for each way. Pretty good midpoint for the crowds. Of course, fans coming from both sides, braving the Texas winter, quote-unquote, if you will.
Yeah, it's a Texas winter.
We appreciate all those tuning in as well on the webcast. Back to the ball game, 4th and 10. Quick pitch. Has some blockers, cuts back towards the middle, pass at 20 into the red zone, but forward progression will stop him at the 19-yard line. So a turnover on downs for this one here. And Brazos with 35 seconds left in the first half will get possession, probably just a kneel down.
Ball goes over on downs to Brazos.
Well, the thing here for Rosehill, you're going to have the ball to start the second half, but you would have loved some points right there going into halftime. Just a tough break. Had a lot of magic on that drive offensively, just didn't quite have enough there on the tail end of it. About 5 yards short of being able to convert that first.
First down and 10. They will run a play. Will Brazos screen to the outside. Catch is made across the first down. They will stop the clock as gets their feet out at the 30.
Pass complete to number 33, Reed Jackson.
Reed Jackson out there in the flat, able to take that football, picked it out of the air and took it, and wisely got out of bounds. Only lost 8 seconds.
Try it again here.
Ball start.
Flag on the play. We'll back it up 5.
Ball start. 52 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still forces first down.
Jess Conley whistled for the false start. The center for Brazos Christian.
So first down at 15. Low snap. Bounces off the turf. Has to improvise. Still finds a man way down the field across the 40. Cross midfield. Hit out of bounds at the Rosehill 45. It'll stop the clock with 17 seconds
Pass complete
left
to
in the
number
first half.
23.
That's Cade Bird on the catch and run on a broken play there for Brazos Christian. Rosehill had to crash down on the quarterback there in Jacobus, but no dice, and here are Brazos Christian.
Go again with it. First and 10, incomplete. Try to go to the right side. Couldn't get his man to catch.
Yeah, Clark Palomo, the intended target there, really the only bad pass tonight for Hudson Jacobus. That one well behind Palomo.
That'll bring up a second down and 10 for
13
Brazos.
ticks left in the quarter.
Shotgun snap.
Woo!
Sacked in the backfield. You've been waiting for that big defensive breakthrough for Rosehill. And you get it there from Alexander Johnston, the junior defensive tackle with the stop.
I wonder there if Brazos Christian, the defender there, gave him a little bit of an extra juice. Yeah, he did. Excuse me, the offensive lineman pushed Johnston into the quarterback Jacobus.
Timeout on the field.
You'll take it either way if
Game
you're
clock
Rosehill.
operator, reset the game clock to 7 seconds.
The game clock has reset to 7 seconds as Brazos lead takes their first timeout of the contest. Get ready for halftime coming up. The wind is blowing quite a bit. The flagpoles wrapped in on themselves as they blow in towards the view that you're looking at.
Well, here in Waller, it is a little bit more flat out here. A lot of farmland, despite this area having grown as much as it has, but still very much flatlands here out in Waller. So the wind going to act like it would up in Northwest Texas.
This will be the final play, more than likely, of this first half. Shotgun snap, rolling to the right, looking deep down the field, floats it up, and intercepted. Nope, incomplete, but either way, zeros on the clock as that reaches halftime here in this one. 36-6 is the score.
And that's the end of the first
We'll
half. With our scores, the Brazos Christian Eagles
recap the
36,
first half,
the
halftime
Rosehill
entertainment,
Christian Eagles 6.
and more. All that right here on Houston Sports Live.
This is the home of the Bulldogs.
Back here at halftime on Houston Sports Live, alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith. As we talk ball here for a little bit, kind of first thoughts, Carlos, on what we saw from a very dominant first half of football from Brazos Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest problem for Rosehill's defense in that first half was just the ability to stop the run up the middle, and that's something I've seen in just my short career from the high school level to the collegiate level. If you don't stop that run up the middle, it's going to be a long night for you. Reed Jackson has just seemingly had his way up the gut for Brazos Christian. They found a little bit of ways to stop him down the stretch of that first half, but really that's what allowed Brazos Christian to jump out in front early, and just the open field tackling has been also a thing of note. I think one thing that Rosehill Christian did well in that first half was being able to sustain drives. They had one scoring drive towards the end of the first quarter, and that's what got them on the board, and then had another opportunity there right before halftime to be able to get on the scoreboard and try to double up, because they're going to have the ball to start this second half as the teams return to the field down below us and go through their warm-ups. So I really think it's going to come down to Rosehill stopping that run up the middle and making those adjustments on defense, and then keep sustaining the drives in this second half if they want to try and erase this 30-point deficit that they have themselves in right now. It's hefty but doable with 24 minutes still to play.
Yeah, you kind of take a look at really what needs to be done. Obviously, it's going to need a massive comeback miracle type of situation, a little magic of Friday Night Lights, which is not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
You see it all the time in high school football. It wouldn't be Texas high school football without it. But it is something that you have to think, okay, what's really going to be the thing that will allow you to not only create the opportunities on offense, but get opportunities on defense to make stops? Because, as they say sometimes, defense is sometimes the best offense. And right now, you need some defensive stops, like you saw with the interception early in the first quarter, to create those offensive opportunities.
Well, I mean, what's going to happen right here is, Rosehill's going to have the ball to start the second half. So they're going to have to drive the length of the field, find a way to just throw a punch early on Brazos Christian, get on the scoreboard, and then turn it over to your defense. That'll give them some energy to make something happen. But now with the deficit the way it is, Rosehill's got to force some turnovers. You got to try and catch the running back in Reed Jackson off guard, look for a strip of him, or also whenever they drop in a passing game for Hudson Jacobs, he's shown that he can throw the ball this year. 29 touchdowns entering tonight. You got to find a way to get some pressure on him and not allow him to do what he does best. So the defense can do that, coupling that with an offense coming out here and scoring on the opening drive. That is going to be key to Rosehill Christian's success here in the second half.
We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have second half action for you. It's 36-6 with about 3 minutes left to go in halftime. Both sides will get back on the field after this, and Rosehill Christian will get their first opportunity with possession when we come back to Waller, Texas, in a Daikin Stadium after this on Houston Sports Live.
Heading into halftime, Texas A&M 10, Texas 3.
As you just heard, they gave a little score update from the Lone Star Showdown. Because let's be real, if you've gotten the game on here, we appreciate you watching. But we know there's a TV or a second screen or something that has that game on.
Well, there's a reason why you heard a lot of cheers. A&M has a 10-3 lead going into half over Texas. Uh-oh.
Onside kick to start the second half here. It went past 10 yards.
That's enough.
And I think Brazos Christian has it.
Yes, they do.
The boys in blue will get the return.
Well, that if you're Rosehill, that's not what you wanted right there. Surprise onside kick out of the gate here in this second half of play, and now it's an opportunity here for Brazos instead to try and extend their lead.
Again, we thank all of you for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching the broadcast from here tonight. Share the broadcast with your friends and family as well. 1st and 10 for Brazos. Near side quick screen as they had 4 wide, and a tomahawk throw to the 33, but more than enough for a new set of downs.
Yeah, big grab there. Micah Saxey off the arm there of Jacobus. Calm in the pocket, lets it fly. Able to pick up 15 plus down to Rosehill's 33.
First and 10 coming up here once again. 2 men in the backfield with the signal color. A handoff to the left side past the 30 and down to the 27-yard line.
Yep, Carson Ramsey on the run around that left side, able to get 5-6 yards. That's what you want if you're Brazos Christian. Rosehill did a good job, though, crashing in on Ramsey to limit him to just the 6.
So 2nd down and 4 coming up here. 11 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Shotgun snap, look to the left, quick screen. Has his man on a comeback route. And tiptoes the sideline. Does he stay in bounds? They say he does. That's a touchdown right away. 1 minute and 9 seconds is all it took to march down the field after getting the onside kick recovered by yourselves and extend the lead.
Wow, I don't know how Cade Bird stayed in bounds on that far side. He had a bunch of white jerseys around him, but somehow tiptoed his way down the hash marks and into the end zone. It's a tough break for Rosehill on the 27-yard strike.
So ready's now for the snap, hold, kick. And that one easily through the uprights. 43-6 is the score. Brazos Christian almost matching their point total from the last time these two teams faced off, where they grabbed 49. Again, they shut out Rosehill in that contest, but Rosehill is able to get that touchdown in the first half, and they're looking to try to get some momentum back after not being able to recover the New Orleans Saints-esque onside kick to start the second half.
Yeah, we'll call it that. But, you know, here's one good thing that I'm seeing here out of Rosehill, just a lot of poise out of them. I mean, I'm going to do a quick count here. Only 7 seniors on this roster. So you're going to have the bulk of your team coming back next year with all that experience and a very tough offense to defend in the wishbone. I know there's still a lot of ball to be played here, a tall hill to climb if you're the Rosehill Christian Eagles, but you like what you're seeing out of some of your young guns and just trying to show some life down the stretch here as we get ready for their first offensive possession of the half.
So Rosehill will get the ball on a touchback, and they will start their first offensive drive of this last 24 on their own 20-yard line. Again, you talk about it, not a lot of seniors, so they have time to build. Does this program, of course, being led by the co-head coaches of Adrian Adams and Jim Phillips here at Rosehill Christian. Of course, Adrian Adams coming over. This is first season at Rosehill after spending quite a few years out in the Bryan area at Allen Academy.
That's right.
Building a good program out there. Shotgun snap, first down, handoff up the gut, up to the 27-yard line, gain of 2 officially on the play, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, there's the run up the middle there, trying to establish that ground game there with Ben Moore. Again, a junior running back that you're getting back next year, and just trying to establish something here, try to keep Brazos on their toes.
Second down and 8. Near side gets past a couple of defenders and is able to somersault his way past the 30 to the 33-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Ty Urban on the stop there on the run by Moore, running downhill, picks up 6, makes it a very manageable 3rd and short here for Rosehill Christian.
3rd and 2 now on their own 33,
Ooh, a lot of
and
movement.
it looks like a false start. Let's see.
False start. 52 on field. 5-yard penalty. Still 13.
So there you have it. The false start penalty backs him up 5 and makes it now 3rd and medium, 3rd and 7.
That's going to be on the right guard, Isaac LaRover. Called for the false start. Penalties you can't afford down big.
So now 3rd down and 7. Davila in motion. He'll get the swing on the pitch to the right side. Breaks one shoelace tackle, but can't get past the second. Tackled at the 30. 4th and 5 coming up.
Well, you're down 43-6. You have Marias ready to come out, and yep, here come the special teamers. Just a tough break there for Rosehill's offense as they go 3 and out.
Yeah, unfortunately, as much as you would like to go for it, you have to, in that situation, with where you are in the field, you have to send this one away.
Yep, 2 drop back here for Brazos Christian, so a lot of ways to go here for Marias.
This one sent way away and takes a
Come on, stop.
bounce, and Coffin corners out of bounds.
Nice.
Inside the 10-yard line at the 6. Fantastic from Jesse Marias, the junior kicker punter. And with 8:57 left to go in the 3rd, Brazos Christian, the farthest back they have been in the ballgame thus far, starting at their own 6-yard line.
I think Marias, punted that from his own 20, 30 yards to the 50, and then 44 yards down, so a net of 74 yards on the punt. You love that out of a guy you're going to get back, and it's going to pin Brazos back here, but wouldn't be surprised if they try to air it out early here with the arm of Jacobus.
So you got 3 wide on the far side here on 1st and 10. 8:57 left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Handoff up the gut.
Oh!
Gets through a few and through the referee. As now everybody helps him up, make sure he's okay. They will stop the clock right as the ball got to the 16-yard line. They check on the ref, make sure he's good.
It looks like he's all right. Yeah, it was Colton Garner on the carry. First time we've called his name tonight as Reed Jackson's off the field for the moment. Yep, took a barrel right through the referee, but, man, he took it like a champ.
They will stop time as they give the ref a quick breather here. I don't recollect his bearings. 8:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter of this one again. We've said it a couple times, but really the thing is simple. The hope, the mission, the plan is simple tonight for both of these teams. You win, you're in Waco. You lose, we'll see you next August. That's how it goes. And we talked about it earlier. Brazos Christian wanted to get their revenge. Rosehill Christian trying to get to the state title game. Haven't been in a few years, but they would love to be back in that position of getting to the title contest. And right now, they've got to find a way to stop this Brazos offense from getting another score and continuing to add on to this insane lead.
Well, right now, if you are Brazos, you know, or for either of these teams, you know who the opponent is in that championship game. It's going to be First Baptist out of Dallas as they won their game earlier today.
Pitch on the 1st and 10 snap.
Great tackle.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing else. The big stop on the outside to make it 2nd down and 10.
Banks Thornton got to the runner first there on the carry for Colton Garner. A good read and a great open field tackle there for Thornton, just a sophomore.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line. Just under 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter. No handoff, quick screen on the left side, gets past the 20, not enough for the first down, but up to the 24, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Thought for a moment maybe Devin Gay had a line to run to him, but he overran the receiver and got blocked. Would have dropped him for maybe only a gain of 1 or 2. Instead, it's that gain of 8, and now a very manageable 3rd and 2 for Brazos Christian.
Two receivers to the far sideline on 3rd and short. On their own 24, Rosehill looking for the big stop here. And instead, it's 1st down and a bit more past the 35 and down at the 37. Big run for Brazos to move the chains.
Another big run there for Colton Garner, a gain of 13. Referee almost hit the dirt once again, but Garner just running downhill. Not much Rosehill could do until they got him to the turf.
1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Quick jet sweep, if you will, as they'll run past midfield and take some Rosehill players with them down to the 46-yard line. More than enough for a new set of downs for Brazos.
Freshman receiver Braden Hickerson on that one, his first touch of the night, and he's able to spring it to Brazos territory, or rather Rosehill territory for Brazos. Just on that little end around. Rosehill just trying to find a way to get a stop.
In shotgun, 1st down, quick screen, and he did not make the catch. Thrown at the shoelaces, couldn't dive for it in time. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Saxey, the intended target right there. Another quick slant route over the middle. That one worked last time for Saxey on a gain of 13 on the last drive for Brazos, but that one a little too low that time from Jacobus.
Looks to the far side and gets a man, tries to spin move, but the grab on the jersey as Carson Ramsey makes the catch. Not enough for a 1st down, but a lot closer now. 3rd and 3 coming up off the 7-yard gain.
Thornton in on the hit there, trying to jar the ball loose out of Ramsey, but Ramsey with a good job just putting a vice grip on that football. And another manageable 3rd and short here for the guys wearing blue.
On the Rosehill 39-yard line, 5.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Man in motion, fakes a jet sweep, hands it off to the back, and it gets the stop in the backfield.
Wow.
The big tackle for loss on the play, and it now makes it 4th down and medium, courtesy of the stop from the rover, Leo Bahrain.
Great job getting into the backfield there for Bahrain. Read that one perfectly. Nowhere to go for Colton Garner, but now 4th down here for Brazos, and they're quick to the line.
Something to do quite a bit is that quick up-tempo offense, and they get the 1st down with it as they're able to bull rush the line and plug up the holes and create a seam on the outside for a new set of downs.
Reed Jackson checks in for his first play of the drive, and he's able to spring it forward down to the Rosehill 31, and just a great play drawn up there by Coach Black of Brazos.
So 1st down and 10, now under center instead of the shotgun. A quick handoff here, and we'll get to the 20. Will Brazos Christian, that is, and now create an opportunity in the red zone for Brazos with 4.5 minutes just under left in the 3rd quarter of action. Sweep to the outside, Ramsey with it, and can't get down the sideline, but I believe gets enough.
Oh, yeah.
For the new set of downs.
Yep, inside the 10 there. Ramsey on a good run to extend this drive here for Brazos. And just eating up this clock here in this third quarter. But I say that, it's going to stop the clock here on 1st and goal. But a good run around that left side, being able to get out of some arm tackling there from Rosehill.
1st and goal on the 9-yard line. 4:09 left to go in the third quarter. Brazos trying to extend their lead. Fakes the handoff and kind of does a sneak there. On the back, he'll get inside the 5 and down to what looks like the 3. Gain of 6 on the play.
Yeah, what Jacobus did there, just faked the pitch and then had his receiver or running back rather, in Ramsey coming back towards him and just slipped him the football to take it up the middle. A nifty play there for 6 for Brazos Christian.
So 2nd and goal on the 3-yard line. Rosehill needs a stand right here. And a timeout taken by Rosehill. I don't know if you noticed or not, but on the opposite sideline, Ramsey was lining up wide open. And so I think that's why they had to call a timeout, because all of a sudden Ramsey went out the huddle just like he has almost every play, and there was nobody covering him from the secondary.
So yeah, that's a good read there by Coach Adams to call that timeout and get his guys collected and prepared for what this next play will be. But, Jordan, looking at this game, Brazos just has had they've been bringing out their brand of football, and it's paid big dividends for them in this one.
I want to thank you all for tuning in to the broadcast here tonight. Of course, no matter what happens at the ball game here tonight, this will be our last broadcast of the 2025 season. As, of course, due to the contract with the bigger powers that be, we cannot do a broadcast of the state title game, but that's okay. We want you to come back for next season, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you turn on notifications, because we've also got other sports coming up, including a big slate of baseball coming up in the spring. Out in the Conroe area is going to be our main home this upcoming spring of 2026. So make sure you turn on your notifications when you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. And then, of course, football next season when we come back right off of 29-20 at Rosehill Christian. Back to the line, and now they change it up. In the shotgun, backing up is the QB in Jacobus. With 2 men flanked to either side. Fakes it off to one back, gets it to the next, and he will find and follow and charge his way into the end zone for 6. Reed Jackson with the score.
It's another one in the books for Jackson. Great effort there from Landon Henderson for Rosehill, trying to keep the running back out, but Jackson just kept jugging the legs. Not much else that Henderson could have done. And then what allows Brazos to bring their lead and their score out to 49, which will match what they had in the season finale, the district championship game, but this extra point will make it 1 point higher if it goes through, which it does.
And almost bouncing off the scoreboard. Good target practice there. See how deep he could get it in. That will make it, like you said, 50-6 now, a difference of 44 in this one. And then because of that, because of the rule with taps, now you'll start to see a running clock. There has to be a margin of plus 40 points from either side. So now you will see a running clock per taps rule. So that could also potentially change how the game plan is, because now that you don't have those stops in the clock, as it's already going now, you're going to see a lot more up-tempo offense, a lot more no huddle, and you're going to get 3-4 plays at a time before you start seeing stoppages.
This is where you're going to hear Jordan mostly for the rest of this one as they go hurry up, our play-by-play guy here. So, yeah, clock already running even after the point after try. So, Rosehill, though, about to get the football back, just trying to finish this game out strong. Oh, ball fell off the tee.
There's that wind we were talking about earlier. It's got a good gust to it. When you look at the flags over to our right, those things have been whipping around since even before the game started, because there was a previous game before ours here tonight at this stadium, and it was blowing quite a bit too. Line drive kick, bouncing and received, starting at the 3-yard line. Trying to change directions of the field and gets slammed right on the hip as he passes the 20 to the 22.
Yeah, That was LaBouffe on the return there for Rosehill Christian. Clock will continue to roll here per the TAPS rule, but a chance here for Rosehill to try and build something on the offense.
First and 10 coming up here. Around 22, under 2 minutes left to go in the third. Peyton still out there as a signal caller in the shotgun. We'll fake the handoff, looking around for an option, then gets slammed by that front line. On the stop there, being Darius Brumskill, junior defensive lineman, will officially get credit for the sack and a loss of what looks to be about 5.
Yeah, Matthew Payton not a lot of room to operate there with a wall of blue jerseys bearing down on him.
Shotgun once again, no handoff, and another technically tackle for loss as it wasn't a passing play.
No.
But again, losing yardage now, loss of a couple more as the ball goes to the 15.
Yeah, Peyton with a lot of movement around him, just trying to take it himself and get some forward momentum, just not anywhere to go. A couple of Brazos Christian Eagles in on that stop.
So probably got one more play in this quarter. There's the handoff to the right side, trying to get towards the first down. Can't get enough, but makes it close. It'll be 4th down, about 3 as he makes it to the 19.
It's 4th and 13, Jordan.
4th and 13. See, you know, I like to dream. You know, no, there's something too. We talked about how strong the offense is for Brazos Christian, but with how strong they are, a lot of people overlook how strong that front 7 of that defense is as well for Brazos. Here's a punt, end over end, as that'll end the third quarter of play. A little muff on the return there. Now trying to change directions of the field. And we'll get up to the 35 of 4 progression. And that is where we end the third quarter of play. Put 4s up. And it actually looks like, hold on, before we go to break, we have a flag on the field.
Yeah, Banks Thornton on the stop there on that return of Hickerson. But a late flag came in on the back end of that play down over on the far side at the 32.
So we'll see what this one is about. Here's the official.
Get ball, personal foul on the kicking team. I'm sorry. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty. First down.
So 15-yard penalty on the receiving team, that being Brazos. And that is how we end the third quarter. Take a quick break. Final 12 minutes of this one from Daikin Stadium after this on Houston Sports Live.
The winner of tonight's ball game will advance to the championship finals. Where they will play first.
Back here on Houston Sports Live, alongside me is Carlos Zimmermann. My name is Jordan Smith as we return back to action here. Brazos Christian with possession as they get a gain of what looks to be 6 on the play. It'll make it 2nd down and 4 coming up here. In this one is really at this point you want to get the stop if you're Rose. You want to try to get some good defensive drives. You had some earlier. You forced a turnover off the interception. You want to try to get, again, some of those big key plays defensively. 2 receivers to the far side. Man in motion, stops in the backfield. Here's a handoff to the back, and the defense right there to make the stop. No gain on the play after the carry from Luke Patton went nowhere.
We also got a new quarterback in there, Patton McKeska, has come on here as Hudson Jacobus. Likely won't see him the rest of the night as he'll get ready to play next week for a chance to bring a trophy back to Bryan.
So 3rd down and 4 with that clock winding down. It's 10:45 left to go in the state semifinals. Shotgun snap, handoff up the gut, finds the seam. 1st down and a lot more as he breaks into the final line across the 40 and down to the 42.
Yeah, big run there, 44, Luke Patton. Just a sophomore, just running downhill and got it into the 3rd level of the defense. Just a big-time run for Brazos, and it's been a testament of how their night has gone.
Again, they move right to left across your radio dials. Does Brazos Christian as they go on their own 42-yard line. 10 minutes left to go in the ball game here tonight. Handoff up the gut once again to Patton. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage, they say, but again, a couple good plays by that front 7 of clogging up the lanes.
Alexander Johnston was the one that made first contact there with the running back in Patton, and then the rest of his band of brothers on that D-line were able to swarm to him for the no gain.
2nd down and 10 for Brazos.
Second down and 10 on their own 42. A high snap, quarterback keeper as he runs to the right side. We'll get a few yards past the 45, down to the 46 for Patton McKeska, the freshman quarterback, who will be, from all intents and purposes, probably the new signal caller going into next season. Of course, Jacobus being the graduating senior, you also have Caleb Davis, the sophomore quarterback, who will probably be in competition with McKeska, but get some good tape on McKeska for next season and what he can do for Brazos. 2 receivers to the near side on this 3rd down play. And more than enough. The new set of downs as they go into Rosehill territory down on the 42.
Yeah, Luke Patton again on the carry. Another guy that's going to be returning here for Brazos Christian next season, just able to barrel downhill and take it into Rosehill territory, as you said, Jay Smith.
Brazos charging up to the line here on this 1st and 10 play on the Rosehill 42-yard line. Shotgun snap, bobbles the snap. Somehow gets to the running back in Patton as he charges to the right. We'll get a gain of 1 to the 41. So 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, Patton on that run. Ultimately, I think the snap was supposed to go to McKeska. Ended up being a direct snap to Patton. And was able to get it for that 1 yard as he was grabbed around the jersey to be brought to the turf as clock continues to chip away here. But Brazos trying to end their night on a high note. Rosehill trying to get off the field and give their offense one more opportunity to score.
7:15 left to go in the contest here. 2nd down and 9. Changing directions. McKeska can't get much, but he does get a few. Gain of 3 to make it 3rd down and 6.
Devin Gay on the stop there for Rosehill Christian. A good one at that. Only a modest gain of about 2 there for McKeska. Opportunity here for Rosehill Christian. Find the way to get their defense off this field.
3rd down and 6 on the 38-yard line. Handoff to the back, charging for with speed. 1st down and a bit more. Down to the 25-yard line on the skip and step. On the back and Colton Garner. And now an injured player Out on the field for Rosehill, at least a little slow to get up.
That's Banks Thornton. That's on his backside right now for Rosehill. But again, Garner able to just take that one. That's just been the struggle tonight for Rosehill, being able to stop that run up the middle.
With that, we'll take a quick break. Be right back to play after this. First and 10 coming up here for Brazos Christian as we return to action after the timeout. Run up the gut, past the 20, into the red zone, and down to the 19-yard line. Gain of 5, second and 5 coming up.
Lucas Chartier on the stop. That run of about, like you said, 4, as Brazos just trying to eat up the remainder of this ball game, hoping here for Rosehill Christian that they're able to get the offense back out there before all is said and done tonight.
5:15 and counting left to go in this fourth and final quarter of play. 2 receivers to the near side. Back to the sideline, and a timeout will be taken by Brazos Christian. They have 2 remaining. Keep it right here, folks, as I just want to make sure that we thank everybody who's watched this season. I know we came on a little bit later in the season for Rosehill Christian, but appreciate your support. And a big night here for the network and for broadcast in general. Tonight, if you've noticed, if you have, especially those fancy smart TVs you've got now, if you're watching on the big screen at home, tonight's broadcast being brought to you in 4K Ultra HD. That's not just the cameras, that is your actual setting. First broadcast in the Lone Star State to be doing that. We're happy to be able to bring you such high quality coverage from here on out. Quarterback keeper up the gut. McKeska looking like he's on ice skates as he charges inside the 10 for now a 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, Daniel Gould on the stop, a touchdown-saving tackle there, McKeska. But, man, you got to think, McKeska doing an audition here tonight in the state semifinals for his coach, in the sense that I want that starting job as a sophomore next year for Brazos Christian.
He's doing a good job of putting himself in line for that starting position. Like you said, with this performance so far in this second half. Low snap.
Well,
irony strikes while the iron is hot. Loss of a few, back to the 10.
Commentators cursing full motion right there on that one, on the bobbled snap there by McKeska.
Which is funny because you don't believe in commentator curse.
I don't necessarily. It depends on the venue and the situation. I tend not to bring it up when I'm doing college games, but it struck right there.
Second down and goal. 2 receivers to the far side on the 10-yard line. Big, leaping, flying tackle there just off the shoulder. What a great job there on the flying squirrel tackle, if you will, for all of you fans of Wicked, Wizard of Oz, everything that's going on right now. Bobby Wilson Jr., the senior strong safety.
Yeah, playing in his last game here tonight and just being able to come up with a big play there to stop the run up the middle. 3rd and goal here at the 10. Longest 3rd down of the drive here for Brazos Christian.
2 receivers to the near side. 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback. Handoff up the gut by Garner. And a little extra shove in the end zone, but Garner did not get to said end zone. Up to the 3, it looks like. So a gain of 7, and now a 4th and goal.
Brought down by number 45.
So you need 9 feet here if you are Brazos Christian to just try and put the icing on this one tonight. You're going to move on and take on First Baptist out of Dallas, who beat Central Texas Christian earlier today up in Italy. Rosehill looking for the stop.
In the shotgun, gets the handoff, gets the stop. Once again, Bobby Wilson with the tackle and a turnover on downs. Rosehill Christian with a big defensive stop right at the end of the ball game.
You do have a Rosehill Eagle slow to get up. But, again, great stop there by the senior DN, Bobby Wilson, flying in to get the running back. Garner well short of it, so you give your offense one more opportunity to come out here in this ball game with 2:13 left to play.
We'll take a quick break for the injury timeout and be back to Waller, Texas after this.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Final 2:13 to play. It's Brazos and Rosehill. Brazos all in charge of this one, but Rosehill going to have an opportunity here in the final 2:13 to run some more offensive plays in. You also get a look here at a freshman quarterback, Hudson Hurst, who's going to be auditioning for his role next year.
Roll out to the right, looks down the field. This
Nice.
catch is made by who else? It's the tight end wonder, as that'll be enough for a first down, but the clock will stop. I believe, yes it will, because of the grandiose 2-minute warning.
Yes, indeed. I think that was a brotherly connection there. Hudson Hurst, the freshman, to his elder tight end brother, Weston Hurst. He's made some great catches tonight, and Hurst. Hate that you don't get to see that after tonight, as he is a senior, going to be graduating and on his way out. He's made some big plays tonight for Rosehill, despite the way it's been tonight.
Coming up after this one, we will have a quick post-game wrap-up before we say sayonara to the 2025 season. Like you said, Brazos Christian will be and is well on their way to back-to-back state title game appearances. They They'll be heading to Waco ISD Stadium December 5th to try to bring home the glory and get their revenge from last season.
You know, you look at this Rosehill team, we talked about it throughout the game tonight. I mean, you lose only 7 seniors, some great ones at that. Bobby Wilson Jr., Leo Bahrain, who was the injured Eagle coming off the field, but under his own power, which was good to see. Of course, your quarterback, Matthew Payton, your tight end, Weston Hurst, Jacob LaRover. Slade Sathoff, who didn't play tonight as he was out injured, and Wyatt Blaze, the only seniors you're losing, but quality guys that you hate you're going to lose, but now you get to look into the future on this last drive of the game.
Handoff changes direction across 25 to the 29.
Number 11, Caleb Davila on the carry.
Davila on the run around the left side. Good gain there of 6. Making a manageable 2nd and 4. Final plays here. But now we have a timeout.
Timeout taken by Rosehill Christian. They have 1 remaining. And I believe there may have been personnel issue, not exactly sure. But either way, timeout is taken on the field. 1:37 left to go in this ball game. And again, just like we saw in the district title game, Carlos, it was just a very strong all-around performance from Brazos Christian and pretty much status quo for them with the way their season has gone.
I mean, you tip your cap to them and what they've been able to do this season, and now they'll be First Baptist out of Dallas's problem coming up next week up in Waco. And, again, you tip your cap to what Brazos did tonight. Got out of the gate hot early and just never looked back. And they've got quite the team put together, and we'll see what they do next Friday up in Bear Country.
Only 3 times this season that Brazos Christian has allowed double-digit points to an opponent this year. This one will be up the gut and be enough for a first down. Up to the 35-yard line. Big run there for the guys in red and white.
Clock stops for the change to move. Benjamin Moore on that carry to get another first down for Rosehill as clock will continue to chip away.
Just over a minute left in this one. A couple more plays, and then we say sayonara on tonight. Meanwhile, going for the enchilada down the sideline and cannot make the catch as he has to stop his progress and turn back around on it. The intended target on the play.
That was Peyton.
Matthew Payton showing off a little bit of his two-position. Granted, you see that with every player in TAPS football for the most part, but
sure.
His double position and not able to make the catch there makes it 2nd down and 10, and this upcoming will be the final play of the season.
Yeah, Peyton there, if he hauls that one in, may have had a walk-in touchdown, but here we go, last play of 2025.
Shotgun snap, hand off to the back, up the middle, still churning like a Bluebell ice cream churner, up to the 39. And that will pretty much do it. The game, which would have made it 3rd and 6, it is now over with a few more ticks.
Nope, call timeout.
And that's it. Wait, hold on a minute.
No. Coach Adams called timeout with 1 second left.
Oh,
He
interesting.
Wants to run one more play.
Well, there you go. So now, Rosehill Christian
There's
with
a
no
timeout
timeouts.
on the field. Put 1 second back on the game clock.
Something you don't always see. But yeah, get one more play in there, get the conversion, and walk out on a positive note. Why not?
Yeah, give your guys just one more play, especially the seniors on the offensive side, to be able to just soak in one more play and get ready for the off season ahead. Of course, just from my experiences at the private school level, a lot of these guys on the football field, they go and play more sports. So some of them could be joining up on heading to the hardwood on basketball. Could be looking at the diamond coming up in the spring. So obviously their athletic career is not done tonight, but for some, their football careers coming to an end this evening and just trying to send it off on a high note. Interesting here, Brazos is going to play some prevent defense on this last play.
Yeah, they want to try to see Rosa does if they can get into the double-digit mark. Do the quick pitch, Davila. As the clock hits 0, he'll be stopped short of the 50. And now that'll do it for the ball game here tonight. Final score in this one is 50-6. Brazos Christian well on their way to the state title game as they continue also their undefeated season. Now 12-0 on the year. Final thoughts, Carlos, before we send this one off.
Well, just an all-around great game there for Brazos Christian. A tough one for Rosehill. You tip your cap to both of these teams as one's going to play on next week in Waco against First Baptist out of Dallas, but tip your cap to Rosehill. They fought hard through this season, were able to get all the way to the state semis. Just wasn't in the cards for them tonight, and looking forward to see what they can do in the future. Like we said, only 7 seniors leaving, so you gain a lot of this team back and a lot of experience in the postseason, which is very valuable. And wouldn't be surprised to see these two teams match up once again when the calendar flips to next summer in August. Appreciate you having me out here tonight in Waller.
Absolutely, Carlos. Glad to have you aboard. Woke up without a person. I was fixing to camera, produce, and call.
Wouldn't be the first time you've done that.
Yeah, right. We've had our fair share of stories that we'll get into the next time we're on the headset together. But that'll do it for the season here today and in 2025. Don't worry. We'll be back for another season, a full season of Rosehill Christian football starting next fall. You can find us just off of 2920 for the full 2026 slate. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you know when it's time to get ready for football season once again here in the Lone Star State. For everybody here on Houston Sports Live, broadcast partner and Carlos Zimmermann, for the entire rest of our staff and crew, my name is Jordan Smith. Once again, final score is 50-6. Brazos Christian over Rosehill Christian. Brazos is headed up the Brazos to Waco for a chance at the state title. This broadcast tonight is copyrighted and used for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmissions or counts of the game without the express written consent of Houston Sports Live and Rosehill Christian Athletics is strictly prohibited. Again, for my broadcast partner and Carlos Zimmermann, for our entire staff and crew, we thank you so much for tuning in to high school football on Houston Sports Live this 2025 season. We cannot wait for August 2026 to bring you an even more enhanced presentation of Texas high school football, the greatest state and the greatest sport there is to be.
Amen.
So long, folks, from Daikin Stadium here in Waller, Texas. We will see you next time for another presentation of Texas high school athletics here on Houston Sports Live.
Good night.